All right, good evening. So, got home from work, spent some time with the family, and got a few things done. Got the kids in bed. Now it's time to farm. So, I'm down checking on the microgreens, seeing how we're doing. I think we are going to be harvesting tonight. We are 8 days. Um, they look yummy. So I brought some bowls down and a scissors. I think we're just gonna try to cutting them with the scissors, see how that goes. I do want to weigh them out and see what we get for yields. Um, the other thing I do have to do tonight is water the new set of microgreens that got planted, and also I still have there we go. In the glass jars, I've still got peas and sunflowers that have been soaking. They've been soaking now for 24 hours, and actually, I did notice the peas are starting to sprout on the tops. They're just starting to stick out. So, I need to rinse these and plant those. Rinse these and plant those as well. So that's another job. Water, got the 3 trays that are planted. 2 trays down there, the ones for the peas and yeah, the peas and the sunflowers. I'm thinking I'll move up, so once I get these harvested, the lights won't be needed for a couple more days, so they'll shut off. But I think I'll move these up, and we'll just kind of move everything up. So, all right, I think without further ado, let the harvest begin. So, let me get you set up here on the tripod so you can watch, and get stuff moved off away a little bit on the all right. Not sure if Samantha's gonna come down and join me or not, but all right. So got a bowl and clean kitchen shears. All right, here we go. All right, one tray cut. Set this aside. All right. Well, I'm curious as to how much we got. So, all right. So, got the bowl of microgreens. I've got digital scale. I got an empty plastic bowl, so let's go ounces and 0. All right, here we go. .6 ounces. Um, 102.2 grams. So, I'll write this down on my tracking sheet. So we did, this was blacked out for 4 days and light for 4 days. We harvested 100 and now it says 102.3. 102 point, I'm gonna say 2 grams, which is 3.6 ounces. So that was from 13.3 grams of seed. We got 102 grams at harvest. Hey, not bad. So, kale, Red Russian kale to be exact. Let's see. To make me a spot to start here. It's so thick. All right. Another empty tray. .77 ounces. 78.7 grams. Dakin radish. We need bigger buckets to cut into next time. All right. Third tray down. All right. So I took the broccoli up to Samantha. Look at that big yummy bowl of radishes. Yum. All right. Here we go. I got it zeroed out. I'm spilling. I don't want to spill. All right. $190.4 grams. $6.72 ounces. Wow. Definitely broccoli and oh, gee, they all kale. I didn't cutting the kale. I didn't like cutting the kale as well. So from a harvest perspective, radishes are probably easiest to harvest, just because of how tall they were. Made it very easy to hold them and snip them off. Taste wise, they still got a kick. Wow. All right. Yeah, they still got their radish kick. I was afraid they were going to lose that because one of them that I tested did lose that, but those last couple that I had, of course, I put 2 in my mouth that time. That radish kick was still there. So, yeah. Kale was probably hardest to harvest just because of how short it was. Broccoli was probably medium as far as ease of harvest in my opinion. So, all right, next. Clean up a bit and move some stuff around. Plant the peas and the sunflowers. So that's what's next. So I'm gonna set those out of my way. So I want to pull. I don't want to screw up this order because I've got these in order again: broccoli, kale, radish. So I'll leave those alone now again. I'll check them again in the morning, but that's done for right now. And next, I'm going to rinse and then plant. So I went and utilized a sink that I have in the other part of the basement. Went back and used this glass bowl that I was using at harvest. Poured the the peas out into here, poured them off, rinsed them off a few times. So, but definitely the thing I've noticed with, and not all of them, but quite a few of them. Let's see if you can even see this. It's got that little bit of a sprout sticking out from the pea. So there's quite a few of them that have that. So they're looking good. All right. So now that you can actually see what's going on here, so I've got my my tray here. It's got soil in it. I did wet this down yesterday. I didn't do anything with it this morning, but now I've got my peas. So we're going to take these. It looks like a lot of peas for this tray, but I don't know. So I'm going to dump those out. Maybe not. Just looks like a lot. So it's pretty well evenly covered. Wet these down really good. Alright, put my cover on. Spray my cover. Alright, there's the peas. Well, let's do that again with the sunflowers. Again, I've got a tray that I've prepared ahead of time. This I prepared yesterday, sprayed it down with some water, so it is a bit damp, but I did not spray the humidity dome. I'm going to go take my bowl take my jar that's got sunflowers in it, and I'm gonna go rinse this out. Okay, so dump these out into the bowl. Poured off the water. I just used my hand as a strainer. Put some new water in there, fresh water, swished it around a bit, and dumped it back out. Did that a few times, just so the water was running clear again, instead of a kind of a reddish brown type, not quite black, but that's what came off of it. So I got all that off of it. So we'll dump these out and spread these out. Alright, so I just kind of press those down as well a little bit into the soil to get a little more soil contact on them. I don't know. It's an experiment, but that's what I did. So I'm going to wash off my gooey hand of the soil and wet this down good. And then I'm taking the rest of the microgreens upstairs. So we're gonna wash them off. I think Samantha's got the broccoli probably done. So I'm gonna get the rest of them washed off, dried off a bit, and packaged up for the night. So let's finish up here. Blackout dome on top with a little bit of humidity. All right, so day 8 of microgreens. So harvested, replanted some yesterday, and replanted some more, or planted some new varieties today that we hadn't grown yet. So long night, a little bit longer than what I'd normally spend down here on a typical night, but it was harvest night, so that takes a little bit longer. So I'm gonna shut this light off here on the microgreens. I don't need that timer running. We're in blackout mode, so I can save some electricity for right now. Shut that off. The only light that's running will be running is the hydroponics light. That'll keep running. And I'll take the kale and the radishes upstairs to be washed and put those away. And other than that, I think we're ready to call it a night. So with that, take care, and we'll catch you next time.